Hi, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 26, 2023 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. Now, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Oh, that's lovely. That's a really lovely reading, Aquarius. So that's something to be very happy about. We are crowned with the Three of Cups. This is prosperity, success, bounty. There's a sense of connection, loved ones, of being celebrated, of having glasses raised to you. And this full moon is in Cancer. So it's a very caring, compassionate, loving full moon. And we're absolutely like soaking up that energy. We then have the Eight of Pentacles, hard work, dedication, discipline, really attention to detail is going to be coming forward during this time. We're releasing with the Two of Pentacles reverse a lot of burdens that have been weighing down on us, like a lot of things that we've been trying to juggle. I have to get it just right. And it's like, you know what? I'm letting it go. And it's not going to be because we said, oh, I'm letting this go. This isn't going to bother me type of thing. It's like, I just couldn't do it. And we're going to feel harsh on ourselves at first before we sit there and say, you know what? It was a good lesson. It was a good lesson to learn not to bite off more than I could chew. Or, okay, might be a little bit embarrassed, or I thought that would be easier than it was. But now I get to see what I can handle, how I can move things forward, what is balance and right for me. And I do know when this lesson comes in because my gosh, have I been learning this a lot lately, where it's like, okay, you need to really strip it back and say, what can I do? What can I do? What can I balance? What can I get done? And be really honest with yourself, Aquarius, because it's important. With the Two of Swords reversed, we are very stuck with seeing it has to be one way or another. And Spirit's going to open up a different path to us than we had originally thought. So we're going to be thinking, oh, it has to be like this, or it has to be like that. And Spirit is going to say to us, why? And that why keeps on coming up. It's like, well, why? Why not like this? Like, why not look at it this way? With the Three of Swords reversed, this is heartbreak, pain, disappointment, hurt. We have the repeat of the number 3. Know that divinity is with us a lot during this moon. But we are going to see ourselves releasing a lot of pain. And as we are releasing this pain and this hurt and this disappointment, we're going to feel free. But we can be feeling also a little bit vulnerable with our wounds not taking up so much of our time. And I know that sounds maybe a bit callous, and I don't mean it that way, or Spirit doesn't mean that way at all. But what Spirit is saying here is that when we start to release, and it's like, but that's how I define myself, by that pain, by that hurt, by that disappointment, by that embarrassment, by that. And when we start to release it, it's like, well, then who am I? And the 10 of Pentacles comes in and it says, you're a child of prosperity, right? You're a child of success. The 10 of Pentacles is wealth. It's what you value as much as money. And it's not saying that it's only wealth, but it's also your ancestral wealth coming forward. People talk a lot about ancestral curses. And yeah, that's the thing. We learn from our DNA, right? We learn from our environment. We have all these things in us. But with the 10 of Pentacles, it's like I also have greatness in me. And I'm choosing that greatness. I'm choosing that prosperity. I'm choosing that success. So let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you are interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a snowman in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced in a separate video on the 1st of January. So don't be scammed by anybody in the comment box. And if you're interested in purchasing a reading, a meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. So this is manifest. We are not realizing how strong our ability of manifestation is. So manifestation is what you think about, you get. And if we are overwhelmed, if we are doubting, if we are, sitting there and saying, but this was my dream, right? And now I don't know if I want that dream and what's wrong with me, instead of saying, I'm going to be in the moment right now. And this is hard. This is so hard. I'm going to be in the moment right now. I'm going to enjoy today. Plan for tomorrow, yeah, because that's a good idea. But I'm going to enjoy today, and I'm going to let it unfold as it need be. What if every single one of us said, I'm going to live this day to the fullest? Not I'm going to jump out of a plane or do something wacky and crazy like that, but I'm going to live this day in joy and in happiness and contentment. So when I rest my head on the pillow, I say, wow, well done. Not, oh my gosh, I can't believe I have to do this again tomorrow, but wow, well done me. That's going to be a powerful thing. Manifestation reversed is we're not realizing how powerful our thoughts actually are. And so to claim back that power, take it day by day, moment by moment, say, how am I doing this 5 minutes, And if we can break it down like that, to check into ourselves and saying, am I enjoying this time? Am I peaceful in this time? Am I proud of myself in this time? That's going to be a big deal. Our chakra message, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Ooh, we have two. We have truth and holistic health. So the truth is the throat chakra and holistic health is the root chakra. There we go. It's the root chakra. And here we have the sense of I'm embracing my truth. I'm embracing my power. I'm speaking my truth, right? And it doesn't mean we have to tell everybody what we believe. It's sometimes nobody's business. It really isn't. But we're going to be saying our truth to us and finding that we are more balanced when we speak our truth. We say, this is the way I need to move forward for me. Holistic health is listening to our body, is connecting with our soul and ourselves and balancing and healing and paying attention, rooting ourselves to the earth, rooting ourselves to our soul and our consciousness. That's going to be a powerful thing. Our subconscious, not subconscious, but our energy to be mindful of, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the Three of Wands. Being mindful that we're looking out over the horizon and we're seeing different things. And it's like, is this right? Isn't this right? Is this where I need to be? And we're really questioning because this is a time of seeking and developing. It isn't going to be a time of, oh, I'm being called, like right here. So just be mindful about that. It can make us feel like, am I stepping in the right direction? Do I know what it is that I want? Am I heading in the right place? So do be aware of this as well. Now, this full moon, again, is in Cancer. It's on the 26th of December, 27th, depending on where you are in the world. And this full moon is at 4 degrees, 58 minutes in Cancer, and of course, 4 degrees, 58 minutes in Capricorn. Both of these are sister signs, so they can bring out the best or the worst in each other. We are experiencing the third full moon in a series of 6 full moons that brings a strong sense of completion. And we're going to see that sense of, okay, things are coming to a head, and we're really going to, it has to be one of two ways. We have to walk this path just like this. And Spirit is saying why. The moon is ruled by Cancer. No, the moon rules Cancer. That's how you say it. The moon rules Cancer. And so it brings this beautiful sensitivity, sympathy, empathic, especially if you are empathic, that energy will be heightened, cozy, caring, loving energy forward. It feels very at home here. And we feel very at home with this full moon in Cancer. We also have the strong sense and the strong need to be nurtured ourselves instead of just nurturing everybody else. So respecting ourselves when we're releasing our heartbreaks and pains, not saying, oh, I just have to, keep on going, keep on chugging on to be everything to everyone else. When we're seeing things are out of balance, to kind of let things fall and say, okay, instead of looking at it and saying, oh my gosh, look at this mess. It's like, okay, how do I pick things up? How do I balance things forward? And what do I want to leave behind? The moon is our emotional needs and security, and being in Cancer is wonderful. And the sun is our economic and financial needs and security. So being in Capricorn is wonderful. Both really bring out that sense of this is what I need to be secure in and let us thrive. Now, if you're interested in learning more about the astrology, check out Pam Gregory's site here on YouTube. She's absolutely amazing, and I have her linked in the description box below. We have 3 powerful sextiles during this full moon. We have the Sun sextile Saturn in Pisces, we have Saturn sextile Jupiter in Taurus, and we have Jupiter sextile the full moon in Cancer. And what we're going to see here is that opportunities keep coming forward for us. And we're going to see the sense of, oh wow. That's why Spirit is saying here, be mindful because we're going to kind of feel almost led in this direction. But Spirit is saying here, you're not going to be seeing it as clearly as you thought. So just be mindful about this because opportunities are coming forward and there's a sense of, I feel like I should jump this way. But Spirit's saying, give it a beat, give it a thought. Okay? We're going to see that we're growing, that there's a sense of nurturing the growth that we want in our lives. We also have very spontaneous energy coming forward. And there is a sense here as well that we can feel that something bigger is growing in our lives, something bigger is coming forward. We have this balance of expansion and caution coming into play, which can lead us to be too rigid. I keep on coming back to that Two of Swords energy. It has to be just like this. And Spirit's saying, stop. Let yourself be creative. Let yourself see a path that you hadn't imagined. The repeat of the number 2. We have the repeat of the number 3. I like that progression, 2 and then 3. 2 is connection and clarity, right? It is bouncing ideas off each other. It's creativity coming forward. Because it is reversed, we can have a tendency to really want to keep things to ourselves during this time and not let our creativity come forward. However you express your creativity here, Aquarius, let that flow forward in you, because that's really going to help you cultivate what it is that you desire. The repeat of the number 3 is that connection with divinity, and divinity is saying, I'm right here with you right now. Now, the sun is trine Jupiter, and this brings an expansion of vision, and it also brings a higher consciousness, that 10 of Pentacles, wealth, generational wealth, prosperity, success coming forward. Also that sense of I'm releasing the hurts and the pains, the way that I've defined myself negatively, the way that I've defined my history negatively. It can be, okay, this happened in my history. I'm acknowledging it. I'm aware of it. We're not going to be ignorant of things, but it does not define the way I get to move forward in my success now. It does not define my relationships. It does not define my success, and it does not define me as a human being. I do in my actions now. And as long as I come from a place of love, compassion, and kindness, I will keep on moving forward in that love, that compassion, and that kindness. Capricorn is conjunct one of the 4 royal stars of Persia, and this is Fomalhaut. Now, Fomalhaut is at 3 degrees of Pisces, and a fixed star only moves 1 degree every 72 years. We've talked about this before, and it's a big deal because this energy is with us for so long. Now, Fomalhaut is linked to the Archangel Gabriel, which is the powerful protector. There we go. The messenger of God and the spiritual teacher. So we have this powerful, highest energy vibration coming through, or one of the highest energy vibrations coming through. It is joyous. It is powerful. 10 of Pentacles, prosperity, success, bounty, abundance, wealth, what you value as much as money, the sense of spreading your wings, flying, going after what it is that you want. But also remember the fixed star, Fomalhaut, also the star of Persia, Fomalhaut, also is linked to dragons and serpents. And in Persian mythology, okay, those are demons, one of the lowest energy vibrations out there, right? Whether we believe in demons or not, that's irrelevant. It's just a low energy vibration. And we have that with the energies coming forward with the 3 of Swords, right? And the 2 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles reversed. Like we're piling things on too much for ourselves. We can't balance it all. We are forcing things to be one way or the other instead of seeing new roads come forward. The heartbreak and the pain, even though we are releasing it, right? There is this sense of it leaves open wounds. And we don't want that to fester. It's kind of like you have to clean the wound. We have to spiritually connect with ourselves, connect with our love in order to move us forward. So just being aware of that, being aware that the beautiful Archangel Gabriel does come forward, but so does darker energy that wants to pull us under, and we're not letting it win. We have the 8 of Pentacles, hard work, dedication, determination, focus, insight, and let that be our hard work towards our manifestation, the throat chakra, our truth, the root chakra, our holistic health, our body's, alignment within itself. Jupiter is 5 degrees of Taurus, which is taking us another step forward in our financial, in our own finances, in our financial history and security, and moving us forward towards that 10 of Pentacles energy. The North Lunar Node is in Aries, and it stays in Aries for all of 2024. And what this brings us is this strong realization that we are self-sufficient, we are resilient, we are becoming stronger and stronger, we are powerful, we are breaking new grounds in ourselves, like in what we can do and what we can achieve. And I know we're sitting here and saying, or a lot of us are sitting here and saying, is I don't need to be any stronger. Thank you very much. I am strong enough. But Spirit is saying, you are now meeting the potential of your soul. And so we are stepping into the power and the realization of I know who I am. Not I'm searching. I know who I am. And that is powerful. That is sexy. That is intensely beautiful energy. Now, Chiron is stationary. Chiron is interesting. Wherever Chiron shows up in your natal chart, we are going to see that that is where our original wound is. All wounds within us are going to be built off of that wound, that insecurity, that fear, that doubt. So being aware of that can be very helpful. That's the Three of Swords. That's the wounds, and we're seeing it because we are to become the leader, the power over those wounds. Think of Achilles dipped into the river Styx. That was his one weakness. He was indefeatable. That's the wrong word. That's not a word. He was unstoppable, okay, except for his Achilles heel, which is, of course, named after him. So that was his one weakness. And we're going to see here that we are realizing that we are unstoppable once we see our weakness, once we see our fear. And that is having us move forward out of a victim mentality into the energy of the victor. The sun is conjunct the dwarf planet Ixion, which is at 4 degrees of Capricorn. And Ixion wants us to develop our own authenticity, to say, this is me and this is who I am, to follow our bliss and to move forward. We can be making really big decisions right now where we want to be, how we want to move forward, what we're going after. This is helping us find our joy in simplicity. Ixion is saying, take the simple things and find joy in the simple things. This is also Ixion asking us, are the rules that you are playing by right for you? Are the way that you see things, black or white, white page, black print, it has to be like this, it has to be like that. Is it right for you or is it not? And we're going to come to some big revelations here. Again, are we trying to balance too much, do too much, juggle too much, that we think everybody wants us of us, but we do not want of ourselves? Mercury is squared Neptune. This is a fantastic time for the arts and to really express our artistic nature. It doesn't matter if we don't see ourselves as artistic or not. What we're going to see is that there's a bit of grit, there's a bit of annoyance that is going to push us further and further, very much like the grit in the oyster that pushes that oyster to make something priceless, which to the oyster seems worthless. So just being aware of that there's something going on within us. There's something that we're seeing and we're like, maybe I toy with this. Maybe I look at this. Maybe I embrace this. It's going to push us to create something brilliant. It might not be always, it might not be, a pearl, give yourself that grace of like, okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, like that leeway, that little bit of wiggle room, but it's going to be something exquisite to you. Now, Mercury squared Mars, everybody has to be mindful about this because we can be really harsh with our words. We can be biting. We need to take a breath. We need to stop, step back before we respond. And that's going to make everything so much better. Everybody needs to do that during this time. But we are also going to be quick-witted. We are going to be sharp-minded and enthusiastic. So those are good things that come out of Mercury squared Mars, to begin with. So that is good. Pluto is squared the South Lunar Node. And for all of 2023, we have been having moments during this year that have made us choose between victim and victor. And this is going to be a time where we're looking at that. It's like, when have I been the victim? And when have I been the victor? When have I chosen love or fear? Those are the other choices that are coming forward this year. And we're going to see that within ourselves. Choosing love over fear, choosing choosing being the victor over being the victim. It's no longer choosing the victimhood mentality anymore. It's I'm stepping into my power. So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, so here we have the path, and then a win-win outcome is forecast. If we stay with higher vibrational people, if we stay in an energy of celebration and success and prosperity, we are going to see our path leading us in the most brilliant of ways. And I know you're going to say, well, of course, if I had people around me who always celebrated me and who I was always happy with, I'd always be with them. We're not always going to be happy with somebody. It just doesn't work that way. Even if we love them to pieces. But it is seeing our worth, to build our energy vibration, to say, I'm letting good people be in my life. and I'm letting that guide me forward. And we're going to see our path taking us in a direction we hadn't thought possible because we're elevating ourselves. And it's a win-win outcome. We're going to see our path leading us in ways that we hadn't expected, and their path leading them. And there's a balance, and there's a beauty, and there's a power coming forward. It brings us then to show the world the real you. Here it's funny because it's the full moon in Aquarius. It's our life goal to show the world the real us. But until we realize that we're the key, and I went, it's kind of like we think they don't need to know all of me. No, they don't need to know all your business. That's absolutely true. But to really stand in ourselves and not be embarrassed or ashamed or doubtful. It's not oversharing. It's not one of those people where you're like, oh my gosh, I just said hi and I know now way too much about you type of energy. It's not that. But it's saying this is who I truly am. It's letting our soul vibrate at the level that it's supposed to be. And that sounds so new agey and unmeasurable. But when you're doing something that you love, right? When you're happy and you're like, oh, this is what I was called for. That's it. It's like finding that moment and staying in those moments. Now, it's not forever because sometimes we'll find things that we love and one day we love it and then we go to do it the next day and we're like, oh, I don't like this. I'm not here today. Like, I don't want to be doing this. And it's letting ourselves, go with the ebb and flow of our personality, of our emotions. It's respecting that, but it's following the things that elevate our spirit, that bring us, that build us up, that bring us forward in ways that we hadn't anticipated, hadn't expected. We're going to realize that we are the key. And so we're going to need to really start listening to ourselves. It's the truth. It's the third chakra. It's the listening. It's the holistic, alignment of our being. It brings us then to a new start is coming. We don't believe that with things feeling out of balance. And with this full moon, we cannot feel fully in our power and we can be questioning even up until the new moon, right? It's always not that long of a cycle. It's always here. When I was younger, it took so long for everything to happen. And now it's always here before I know it. And that's how we're going to feel. It doesn't feel like a new start. It doesn't feel like power. It feels like a lesson learned. And I want to say deeper wisdom. So if you're looking for something like revolutionary during this time, it's not going to feel that way. But it's deeper wisdom coming forward. It's a deeper knowing that's guiding us. And a new start is coming, but it's going to be built off of the old start. It's going to be built off of something that was very familiar to us once upon a time. Communication is key. It is. In order to embrace a different road, in order to walk forward the way that we need to be self-reflective and to communicate with ourselves what we need, what we want, and what we desire. That's going to be one of the most powerful things that we can do. But we need to look at us. We need to see ourselves. It brings us then to don't let your past hold you back. And that's going to be important because if our past holds us back, we don't take action. And action here is reversed. So it's hard to take action. But Spirit is saying, don't let your past hold you back. Don't let the past hurts, past pains. That's why this is over the 3 of Swords. Past disappointments, chaoses hold you back. Because we can be defining our whole entire future off of our past. And yes, wisdom, is what we have gained. But don't bury your dreams. Don't do that. Confidence is your key to success. Resilience. You've had energy try to crush you down before. You've had situations where you shouldn't be walking forward confidently or powerfully or prosperity. And we're going to see with the 10 of Pentacles that this is a time where we are confident. We are confident in our ancestors. We are confident in our connection with divinity. We're confident in our completion of a cycle. Money-wise, financially, or what we value as much as money, a lot of really powerful lessons have come in. We're seeing them now at the end of the year, of the last full moon of the year. And we're really seeing ourselves more openly, more honestly, more really than we have before. And that's going to be a very big thing. And that's going to be a very powerful thing. Our subconscious spirit message here is centered reversed. Remember to center yourself. Our connection with spirit seems tenuous at best. And so Spirit's saying, hey, realign with me, reconnect, take a time, step back, meditate on love. Just chant the word love, love, love over and over to yourself. I've been doing that lately and I've seen my stress level, just go way down. I get it so low that it's amazing. So try that. It's really a beautiful thing. Our subconscious chakra message is peace reverse. This is the crown chakra. We need to crown ourselves in peace. Right now, we're kind of crowned in worry. We're crowned in trying to get things right for other people. And Spirit is saying now, crown yourself with peace. And what does that look like for you? Our subconscious energy to be mindful of, the Queen of Swords. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Of course, it is us. Why? Why did that take a beat? I don't know. But be mindful of your self-talk. Be mindful of your expectations, of negativity that can be holding you back. Be mindful of believing people's hurtful, hateful words, because you're going to be like, well, why would they say them if they weren't true? And it's because they're angry or because they're having a bad moment. So just be mindful about that, because we're going to think that listening will bring us prosperity, bringing us that king, that Ace of Pentacles energy that showed when the card dropped down, but it's reversed. So it's not going to bring us the prosperity that we thought. Our subconscious tarot message is the Ten of Swords reversed. We're releasing a lot of negativity, but we're coming to a realization that the hurt and the pain that we've been through has weighed heavily on us. So taking in that knowledge, taking in that understanding is going to be really important to us during this time. We might not find ourselves completely embracing a rebirth, but we are going to find ourselves learning to stand more in our power and what we want. And we're coming to a completion of a style of thinking, a way of looking at ourselves that is no longer relevant. So that's going to be a big thing. Our subconscious tarot message is reversed. A time to give rather than take. No, it's a time to soak in the energy, soak in the understanding, and that will find us beauty. It's a time to nurture ourselves, to soak in the energy of the full moon. If we go outside, soak in that energy. If it's really cold where you are, bundle up and go outside if you can, or sit by the window, soak up that energy, put a glass of water outside to soak it up, and then drink that glass of water or put it by your windowsill and let yourself take in that energy. There is beauty here, and it's connecting with that beauty. That's going to be the most important thing. And then we're going to start seeing beauty in the most unexpected places and in the most powerful places. All right, Aquarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time, of this full moon, and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aquarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and have a blessed moon, and happy holidays. Bye.